Hello again, everybody. This video is going to be about an incident where I witnessed credit card fraud, and I went to Bank of America to report it and provide evidence, and they didn't care. The reason I went to Bank of America was because the incident, the actual money was taken out of the Bank of America ATM machine. Let me go ahead and get into the story. I was out Ubering and I picked up this young lady at an address, and I noticed that there's this guy standing in front of the apartment where she come out of, and he kept eyeballing me the whole time. And I had all this on camera on my dash cam. So I pulled in. I was facing towards the apartment where my passenger was coming out of the apartment, and this guy kept looking at me. Not the passenger, but the guy that was, uh, obviously an associate of, of my passenger. But anyway, she gets in the back of the car, and she was going down to the ATM at the Bank of America, probably maybe 2 miles away. And when I got there, she said that she was just going to the ATM, which only made sense because the bank was closed. This was on early Saturday morning, maybe about 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, so I pulled up and I told her she needed to slide over to the driver's side of the back seat where she was at so that she could access the ATM machine. Well, I went ahead and shut the vehicle off because gasoline is high, and as an Uber driver, I want to conserve as much fuel as possible because that comes out of my money. Uber drivers and Lyft drivers don't get reimbursed for fuel. So I'm sitting there, and I noticed through the rearview mirror and the door mirror that she stuck a card in the ATM, and it wasn't like a regular bank card. It was clear, almost like a proximity card, where you access office buildings, office doors and stuff. Well, so she pulled out, must have been a couple $100. It was all 20s, and I was getting ready to go ahead and crank the car up, and then she um, stuck another card in there. So I was, just observing. I wasn't saying anything to her, and I'm looking, and another card, a blank card. She used to put it into the ATM machine. She pulled out a couple $100 or more. And she must have used probably 10 or 12 cards because I was there about 15 minutes. And it was even to the point where my Uber app was sending me a message that I was at that first stop for too long to kind of be required to wait. It was telling me that I could go ahead and end the ride and be paid for the ride, up to that first stop because the stop was the duration of the stop was over 5 minutes. Well, um, like I said, she must have put in probably 10 or 12 cards, all of them blank, and I know she had to pull out a couple $1,000. Well, she said, "Oh, okay, thanks, I'm through." I drove her back to the same apartment I picked her up at. I pulled in where um, where I had picked her up at, and that guy had come out the apartment. I could see him coming out of that building and standing in the same spot that he was when I had picked her up. So I pulled in, and I'm getting all this on dash. Plus, I got an interior camera uh, on, on my dash cam, so I had great video of her. And he's eyeballing me the whole time. This guy that come out of the apartment. She gets out, walks up to him. They both walk back into the apartment. Well, I saved the video. You know, there's just a button that I can click that it will lock the video so that it won't be looped over. And erased, and another video put on top of it. And that next Monday when the bank opened up, I went in to um, to talk to the manager, and I wanted to tell him that about this situation, and that the money was pulled out of their ATM. Well, the manager couldn't care less. He said, "Well, did you report it to the police?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, why not?" I said, "Because the police don't investigate crimes with no victim. You have to identify a victim before the police is going to open a case and investigate it. This is your money that was taken, money taken out of Bank of America." They said, "Well, you have to report it. Just report it to your local police." I said, "There's at least 10 or 12 victims that was stolen, that money was stolen out of their accounts." I explained everything that I just stated about blank cards, and I know what it was. Somebody's debit cards or credit cards had been skimmed off gas pumps or um, other you know uh, what do you call it? Just credit card machines where where you pay your credit cards. And I mean, there's actual victims, but you can't be identified. All right, there were going to be some claims, and it would be going through Bank of America because that's the ATM where it come out of, and they couldn't care less. I was just so disappointed. Now here you have somebody that is coming in with this information, and I told them that I had video of the guy that was waiting for her, or watching her get in the vehicle and watching her get out. Okay, I had video of her using the ATM. They had video on the ATM of her pulling that out. You think they was concerned? No, they just said, "Well, you need to file a report with the police department." And I told them I was a retired sergeant with the police department. The police in South Carolina, if there's no victim, there's no crime. Okay, you have to identify a victim. The police ain't going to go out their way of all the stuff going on in North Charleston. Do you think that the police is going to open up a case and start investigating that was money stolen from them and they don't give a damn? It was just disappointing. And in fact, that's why I closed my Bank of America accounts. You know. But anyway, so this was just a story about just things that I see, as an Uber and Lyft driver. So just take it for what it's worth. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more vehicles. When I put them out. Okay, y'all have a great day.